Hey guys, my name is Shubham Kejriwal and today in this video I will be talking to you guys about the OnePlus 5. So that device has been around the internet for a really very long time now, and in this video I would try to sum up all of the rumors and leaks that we have on the internet about that device, and I would also try to give you my personal impressions as to what I expect that device should be having. If you guys in any ways agree with this list of mine, do make sure that you hit that thumbs up button, and of course that's what you would be doing after you watch the complete video, so make sure that you do that. And also, in case you're new to this channel, do make sure that you hit that subscribe button. With that out of the way, let us now talk about the OnePlus 5 and get deeper into what specifications and overall hardware and software it would be sporting in the upcoming days. So first of all, let's talk about the release date of that device. The OnePlus officials in one of their announcements said that device will be coming somewhere in the summer of 2017. It's already summer and I have no clue about when that device is going to be released all over the globe. What I can expect is that device would be at most released somewhere in the first or the second week of June itself. For the Indian launch, we can expect that device to come in India at somewhere around the third or fourth week of June, and that's almost the gap for what OnePlus took to release the OnePlus 3T in the Indian market. So we can expect a same amount of gap between the global and the Indian launch. So yeah, definitely OnePlus 5 would be launched somewhere around June 20-ish in India and June 10th-ish all around the globe. So yeah, in case we have pop-up events as we have had for many of the other OnePlus devices, I would make sure that I try my level best to attend one of those events maybe. So yeah, I would try my level best, and if I do so, I would make sure that I get you guys covered about it too. Coming back to the device, let us now talk about its price. In India, we are expecting that the price tag would somewhere be around the 35 to 40,000 Indian rupees mark. Now, of course, OnePlus is a company which is based for budget smartphones, but seeing the trend for what OnePlus is being following, expecting a price tag of somewhere around 35,000 to 40,000 Indian rupees isn't that bad of a guess. And that's my personal opinions, by the way. I'm basing this upon the previous trends for what OnePlus has been following. Like with the OnePlus 1 being launched in the Indian market at around 20,000 Indian rupees, and the OnePlus 2 being launched at what, 23,000 Indian rupees. Then the OnePlus 3 got launched at 27,000 Indian rupees, and the OnePlus 3T finally got launched at 30,000 Indian rupees. So when we can see a price tag change of 3,000 rupees between the 3 and the 3T variant, we can definitely expect two numbers more for like what, 5,000 more rupees. I think that is pretty acceptable, and with the different RAM models and different ROM variants, I can definitely expect that OnePlus 5 should be coming somewhere in the range of 35 to 40,000 Indian rupees. And by the way, that converts somewhere up to I guess 500 to 600 US dollars. So in case you are an international viewer, which is very unlikely, this might give you a rough idea for what the OnePlus 5 is going to be priced about. Well, coming back to the device, let's now talk about the main things over here. Let's talk about the hardware of that device. First of all, the device is rumored to be having a Snapdragon 835 processor. That's quite expectable from the company. The Snapdragon 835 is the latest chip that we have in the market right now, and definitely the OnePlus 5 is going to be the flagship killer for what the company tags to all of its latest smartphones. So yeah, the device can be expected to be having the Snapdragon 835 processor, and that should not be any kind of a surprise when it actually gets announced. Along with that device is also going to have 8 GB of RAM. Yep, 8 GB of RAM inside of a smartphone, and I think I can justify that, but we will talk about that just in a minute when we talk about the camera. For now, let's get back to the specifications, and that device is also going to have 64 GB, 128 GB, and hopefully 256 GB of internal storage too. We saw that with the OnePlus 3T variant, and I'm hoping that gets continued in the regular variant of the OnePlus 5 too. So yeah, that's about the hardware, and now let's talk about the battery. In my expectations, the device should be having somewhere around 3500 mAh of battery, but the leaks suggest that device will be having somewhere around 4000 mAh of battery. I'm not in favor of giving that leak particularly as a good attention, just because of the fact that 4000 mAh of battery should not be a very time friendly charging capability. And with the dash charging being flaunting around from a really long time now, I don't think OnePlus would like to risk their flagship smartphone for 4000 mAh of battery. While that might give the company a huge amount of improvement on the battery life and the screen on time for the device, that would also mean that that device would take a long time in charging, and I don't think that people would be really happy seeing their smartphone getting charged in like what 2 to 2.5 hours even, when we have dash charging support. So definitely, to maintain that reputation for dash charging, even though it doesn't have to do with all of this stuff, I think that the device would not be having a battery capacity of more than about 3500 or max to max 3700 milliamp hour. Now coming to the looks of this device, you can take a look at the image that you are seeing right now on your screens, and this pretty much confirms that the device looks really very similar to what we have seen in the OnePlus 3 already, and the 3T of course. What we can see as a change over here at the back is the camera, of course, and that's exactly what I'm gonna talk about right now. So the camera setup is a dual lens setup this time around on the rear, and it is vertical. And what I have seen from the iPhone 8 leaks is that it would be having vertical camera setup too. Rear facing cameras for the iPhone 8 Plus most probably. And what it is being linked to is augmented reality. That device would be having support for augmented reality, what we are seeing with the Zenfone AR. Is that the name of that device? Asus Zenfone AR. I would be correcting it if it's wrong over here. You can see the correct name of that device over here and the picture most probably. So yeah, this device is supposedly having augmented reality, and the iPhone 8 too is speculated to be having augmented reality built into it. So yeah, I am relating now the iPhone 8 to the OnePlus 5. Now both of these devices are gonna have vertical dual camera setup at the back of this device, and that is the main reason for why I expect that that device could be having the rear facing camera setup as vertical. And that also satisfies and also justifies the presence of 8 GB of RAM onto the device. See, augmented reality is something combining actual reality with some graphics and some virtual reality. So that definitely requires a lot of virtual memory to work around with. So I think that 8 GB of RAM would be just enough to have good fluid augmented reality, games or something like that. So in case that makes sense, I think that that device should be supporting augmented reality too, and that actually justifies the 8 GB of RAM. But if it is not true and OnePlus is not providing augmented reality on this device and they still have 8 GB of RAM on board, OnePlus is sick, and not in a good way, by the way. So yeah, in case you are from the future and already know if the device would be having augmented reality or 8 GB of RAM or both or none, do let me know in the comment section down below. But I would be most probably already be knowing about that, so you might not be concerned. Whatever, let's get right into the next point. So talking about the displays on this device, the device would be supposedly having a 5.2 or 5.5 inch, I think, full HD panel, and that's what I am expecting. But what the rumors are suggesting is that that device might also have a 2K display at the front. So why I don't expect that device to be having 2K resolution on its front is just because of the fact of the battery. Now again, the rumor suggests that that device will be having 4000 milliamp hour of battery, and alongside of it, it should definitely be taken as granted that that device will be having a 2K resolution display. But according to what I am expecting, and that is that that device will be having 3500 milliamp hour of battery, I don't expect that that device will be having 2K resolution display, because with that combination I don't really think that the screen on time would be really very nice, and that's definitely what not OnePlus would be wanting for their next flagship. So according to me, of course, OnePlus has some really great Full HD panels too, and we have seen that with the OnePlus 3 and of course the other devices on the OnePlus 2 and stuff like that. All of them have really amazing Full HD display panels, and with the OnePlus 5 I am expecting that they are going to continue with the Full HD displays, but at a really great quality. So yeah, definitely the OnePlus 5 is going to have Full HD displays according to me. 5.2 to 5.5 inches, again my own personal impressions and expectations from that device, and that's because I think that OnePlus is making their next flagship for the masses and not just because for one particular group of people with fairly large hands or something like that. So definitely the OnePlus 5 is going to have these specifications as to what I expect from it to be having. Talking about other basic things, of course it's going to have a fingerprint scanner, and hopefully that device would also be retaining the headphone jack. I don't know, but if OnePlus removes a headphone jack from that device, I'm never gonna discuss about their smartphones ever again. Because if you make a smartphone as perfect as the OnePlus 5 seems to be, I don't think that destroying it by not giving it a headphone jack would be justifiable. And I don't really think that OnePlus is too stupid to make that bad of a decision. But still, if in any ways they do so, I'm not a OnePlus fan anymore. OnePlus, you should be hearing this. But well, yeah, if they do so or if they do not do so, we cannot do anything about it. I can just not be a fan of it anymore, and that would not be any loss to them in any way. Yeah, they would lose a fan for sure. But well, yeah, coming back to the video, other things which I would be expecting the OnePlus 5 to be having is Android Nougat, at least on top of it. Of course, it could not have Android Oreo. As of now, I almost confirmed the name as if it is already official. But still, whatever the Android O is going to be, of course, we cannot expect that to be running on top of OnePlus 5's Oxygen OS as of now. So definitely we can expect that device to be running Android Nougat on top of the Oxygen OS that device would be having. And alongside of it, we can also expect that device to be having the alert slider, which has been a friend to the device from the OnePlus 2. And well, yeah, nothing about the performance or the camera quality or something like that can be said about that device as of now, and we can just talk about the specifications. And that is pretty much what I did and tried to present in front of you guys in this short video. It took me a long time to come up with all of these specifications and thoughts of mine, all of these leaks and rumors. So in case you guys appreciate it a little, do make sure that you hit that thumbs up button, because this takes a lot of time and I kept this video at a priority over my chemistry homework, so you need to give this video some appreciation. So definitely go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, I would really appreciate that. And also, if you have any thoughts about the OnePlus 5 or any other smartphone, and if you want me to make a video about them, do hit that comment section down below and let me know about that. And if you have any thoughts about anything else, again, the comment section is all yours. With that said, this is pretty much it from my side. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Shubham Kejriwal, and I'll hopefully catch you guys in the next one.